Hello Libra, and welcome to your November 2025 tarot card reading. We're going to get started with a few of our tarot cards. Get a sense of what you're moving into for this November. Knight of Rods, Queen of Pentacles, Five of Rods or Wands, and the Three of Pentacles. Okay, so I love that the Queen of Pentacles came out, because the Queen of Pentacles is this, abundant, peaceful, successful, vibrant queen. She's achieved much. She has much. She luxuriates in her fine robes and crowns. And it reminds me of Venus, your ruler. And Venus is in your sign as the month opens up. So she's going to be sitting in as the month begins anyways. And then when she moves later on the 6th, she's moving into your second house of finances, money. So it's perfect. We know that Venus attracts money and beauty and peace and harmony, and this is your ruler, and you're coming out strong. You're showing out strong as the Queen of Pentacles. You're calling in the money. You're calling in the finances. You're doing it, excuse me, from work, which, by the way, is your community. It could be online. Three of Pentacles indicates all kinds of sales, all kinds of marketing, all kinds of commerce online, or in your community, your own job, your own business, or through some other corporation business. Whatever you're doing as a form of work, this will be an increase to help you reach this Queen of Pentacles. But I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself, and I want to get back here to, of course, the Knight, and talk a little bit about this Five of Wands as well. Now, we know that there is some retrograde motion going on with all of our planets, basically all of them except for Mars, and that's Mercury. This is Mercury causing some confusion, causing some delays, causing some just miscommunication and disagreements and confusion and all of that. It's not a great time to push, through our initiatives. We like to have all the planets on our side, but this is what we have to deal with, right? So we're going to make adjustments. And, you're looking right at this because you know that you have to wait until the timing's right to kind of, move to that next level for yourself. And Mercury's not the only one. And by the way, that's going to be basically all month. She doesn't move forward until the 29th, and I think she retrogrades on the 4th. We've got Saturn in Pisces retrograde until the 27th. Then we have Neptune in Pisces retrograde until December 10th. Uranus, November 7th, until February in Taurus. It's hitting up your house of other people's money. That's why I think these two things are going along. We'll talk about that in a little bit. And then we have Jupiter actually going retrograde on the 11th, and that's in Cancer, and that's hitting up your 10th house of work and other things. So, on top of which we're in a daylight savings time change. So we're going to have to turn our clocks back. And we say that we fall back on the clock to remember which direction to turn our clocks, since we have to do that twice a year. And so, we're falling back. We're falling back, turning back our clocks. We're falling back into, our pockets until we're ready to move forward, until the planets are ready to make some forward motion for us. This whole retrograde is about reassessing, reevaluating, resting, realigning, all of that. Now, the Knight of Rods understands this too, because all the rods are fire signs. And, they're fiery, they're passionate. So, this Knight's looking over here and saying, I'll let you know when it's time to go. And they also represent our entrepreneurial spirit, things that we have going on the side here. So Libra, you have to pace yourself. I'm telling everybody this is basically a slow and easy wins the race type of month. Now, I do like the fact that Mars, is hitting Sagittarius on the 4th. And by the way, Mars is the only planet that doesn't seem to be retrograde. And so that's good. It's going to give you some momentum. If nothing else, it's going to give you the determination to keep your eye on the prize here, until you can move forward again. Now, and there's going to be some small opportunities, to progress. It's just not going to be at the speed or at the level that we've all anticipated. So we have to play to our strengths, and we have to play to our skills, and we have to, work with everything. I do love that your ruler is very complimentary to you. In the first house, in the second house of money, it is no better placement for you. All right, let's see what else we can find out with some additional guidance here and some clues. All right, so now we have the King of Swords, Four of Pentacles, the Tower, and the Star. Very interesting. Okay. So we know that the King of Swords, it's pretty powerful energy. And again, swords are air signs. This is communication. This is information. These are the things that we need to get going. You see he's facing backwards. It's not time. It won't be until the end of the month, and then December we're going to start to see the forward motion. So he's here saying, hold up. We're not ready to push things through, because if we do, some things can come undone. That's the cautionary tale here, I think, for you. So you're sitting here trying to balance, with your Four of Pentacles, keeping things steady, right? Knowing that you really want to progress or to initiate something that you've been working really hard on here. And the King of Swords saying, no, we're just going to keep looking backwards here. There's something in our background. There's something in something previous, a previous contract, a previous commitment, a previous agreement, something, okay, dealing with your money, dealing with your finances, dealing with a financial commitment. We have to go back to see what's happening, because it will come down. It will be this is what this is. This is the Tower. This is Plutonian power. This is destruction, power, control. In order for something new to be built, something has to come down. It is a perfect example of why it's so important to work with these planets. Now, what's interesting here is that this is something that is a profound change for you. And once you work with these energies, and once you understand that something's not firm, that something's not right. Here you have the Five of Wands, some energy that's not matching up. You're looking at this sternly saying, well, what the heck? I've got things in motion here. What's coming undone? It will come undone. And the King of Swords looking backwards, all right, retreating, reviewing, is saying that something has to break away. Something has to fall off in order for you to proceed forward to get to this star. Now, the star is the happily ever after card too, I might add. This is a wish being fulfilled. This is hope. This is healing. This is really a very fateful card to have as a major arcana card. So the end of this month, you will start to move in this direction, and you will see a lot of progress in December. I like this for you. I do. Let's see if we can get one more message here from your spirit guides before we close out this reading. Rising above, I see only beauty and grace. Well, of course you do. You're Venus, and Venus is you. And there you are as the Queen of Pentacles, seeing only beauty and grace. You're going to be undaunted by this stuff, and you will get to the other side. I love this for you, Libra. If it resonates, please like, share, and subscribe. Wishing you all balance, peace, and harmony. Take care.